Well, howdy folks. Alright, well, you know, if you've seen my fire pit video, like to have fires a lot. So I got some trees in the back that fell down. They're Chanticleers, which are a variety of a Bradford pear, and I left a big mess, so I drug them all out back. And you know, hey, it's free wood, it'll burn, it's wood, right? So yeah, I got a chainsaw and I can cut it up, but problem is I ain't got a way to split it. So I looked into one of those little wrought iron kind of round doohickeys you set on a log and you split it with a sledgehammer. And that thing was like $100, $110, you know, depending on which model you got. So I got to looking around and I found this doohickey at Harbor Freight, of all places. Imagine that. So it's a 10-ton hydraulic log splitter. It's manually operated, and we are going to open this thing up because I have some plans. Well, no. Obviously the big plan is to split some wood, right? So what, let's just go ahead and take it out of the box here. And apparently it is all assembled, so no assembly required. And yeah, this puppy isn't exactly light. Instructions. So I'm guessing it weighs about 100 pounds or so. So let's see what we got in here. Okay, here's our two rods. Let's scoot this box over. We will lift this thing up out of here. Well, that wasn't too backbreaking. Of course, I wouldn't want to be carrying this thing around all the time. Alright, so let me see, because I want to kind of see, yeah, see where my big foot is here. Okay, now supposedly the right side is bigger than the left side, and apparently it moves faster than the left side. So what a lot of people do is, let's make sure this thing is all the way down. That's this knob right here. You just turn that to get it going forward. Then you back it out to release it. And then as you push, okay, so see, this is the right side. This is the left side. So I guess the left side goes faster. That's what it looks like to me. All right, now, before I do anything with this, well, I got two pieces of this wood right here. And as you can see, this was cut, I don't know, a utility company came by and trimmed up them trees down the front yard. So, every bit of 6 months ago. So this stuff is still growing stuff. So it's pretty impressive. This stuff just does not want to die. So anyway, all you gotta do is, this has a max length of, what is the max length? Let's see. Minimum log length is 13.5 inches. That's the minimum. And I think these logs are 20. I think that's about what I measured them at. And I didn't get my chainsaw out, I just got my Sawzall. And let me guess, it's going to be just a hair too freaking big. Well, darn. So much for my test. Alright, so what is the maximum? Let me get the tape measure. I guess we could really try a test and see if we can split the end off of one. Okay, so the max is 19, right at 19 inches. So I guess to be on the safe side, you'd want to probably do about an 18-inch log. So let's attempt to split this into a smaller piece, which I really don't think that's going to work. And it took me quite a bit to cut through this with the Sawzall, so I didn't feel like yanking out the chainsaw today. So let's see what this does. Are we losing? Yeah, we're not. That thing's got to be good and tight. Probably just actually going to be a waste of, complete and total waste of time. So let's see here. How do I want to do this? I just want to split something. Make sure it splits. Hold on a minute. I got a piece of wood out here. I know this isn't the greatest test, but it'll work. I just want to make sure it works because I have a plan B for this thing, because I really don't want to be dragging it around. I'll show you here in a sec what my plan B is. Oh, look at that. Look at it. It split that like it was a twig. Alright. Man, that's going to make one heck of a fire. Okay. Well, what I wanted to show you was this. And what I want to do. Alright. Let me get the camera repositioned here. Okay, see these tiny, and I mean tiny, little wheels. What I want to do is take those off, drill them out with some threaded rod, and install these tires here that I picked up at Harbor Freight. They're 4-inch, 4x10 by 350 by 4, and install those there. I do have a dilemma though. The threaded rod that I got for this, which I have in the truck, let me get that. Okay, the threaded rod I have is 5/8 inch. And yes, it fits perfectly down inside this tire and spins on the bearing just dandy. However, the problem we have is the biggest drill bit I got is 1/2 inch. So I need to take these off of here, and I can drill through these with a step bit on this end. And you know, that may just be enough, because this is, oh man, that's got to be 1/8 inch steel. But I need to drill through then this piece in the center. So I do have a dilemma. Now, what I can do is I could take this back, because I got nylon nuts to hold the wheel on with some washers. I could take all that back and just get a 1/2 inch rod, which will fit through the hole just fine. Obviously it's 1/2 inch versus 5/8, but it may wobble more, which, yeah, I mean, is it going to be an issue? Because really all I want to do is take it from the garage out back, which I will demonstrate this thing once I get these wheels done, because I do not want to drag this from inside the garage here all the way out to where that wood is all stacked up at. So I think what I'm going to do is take one of these wheels off and run, I got some 1/4 inch over there. I'll run a 1/4 inch rod through to see where it's going to hit this piece right here, because that's going to have to be drilled through as well. And this is really just kind of sucking because I can use a step bit on the outer parts, but I can't use the step bit on this part right here because I'm not going to have enough room to get the drill down in. So I may end up going the 1/2 inch route. But anyway, I'm going to get one of these wheels off here, and we'll see, Ted, what we're dealing with. What size did that be? That'll fit. And so we got a 13 on the inside and a 14 on the outside. So leave me a 13. Righty tighty, lefty loosey. You know, for this thing was, I don't know, I want to say 140 bucks. I should have got it. I didn't think about it because Memorial Day I had a 25% off coupon. And wouldn't you know it, it dawned on me to get this after that. It's like, genius, Greg. Alright, well, those wheels are actually metal. These wheels here are metal. Yeah, I can see dragging that through the freaking yard. Having this thing sink. That'd be a total pain in the ass. Okay, so let me get that 1/4 inch threaded rod. I thought about doing this a couple different ways. I thought about just getting some 1/2 inch rod, drill a hole through it. Yeah, but then it's like, why? Just use nylon bolts. Okay, well that's actually too big. So that's great. Let me get out the Phillips, long Phillips. So I can kind of see. Yeah, that is. Yeah, you guys should be able to see where that's hitting. It's hitting right at the top of this. So I could, like I said, get 1/2 inch threaded rod and drill these holes out 1/2 inch, which, you know, I've got a bunch of 1/2 inch bits, so that wouldn't be an issue. But I still need to notch this part. Or just drill straight through it, which I know it's going to probably come out the top, which is okay. So now the other option would be is these tangs here, take a sledgehammer and bend them down, you know, because I mean, the thing works, I don't want to take it back, and put take these out, bend them down, whatever. Could get the plasma cutter, I guess, and cut them off. I don't know if the head of that would fit down in there either, but I'll figure out something. Nothing is ever straightforward. So anyway, wanted to show you guys this and how it can split a mighty stick there, which was quite impressive. And so I'm going to pause this for a minute and figure out what I'm going to do. Hardware store is done closed for the day, so can't run that back up there. I think I may just go the 1/2 inch route because, like I said, with 5/8, I'm not worried about the wheel wobble. I've got what my plan was to, here's my plan. Run this through like so. And then have I've got washer on the back side with a nylon nut, So I'll have a nylon nut backed up to here, you know, where my finger is, and then tighten that one way, and then of course I'll obviously cut this to length, and then put another washer and another nylon nut on the outside. So even though it's gonna wobble like this some, I don't really ultimately think that's going to matter for the amount of distance that I'm going to be dragging this thing. So that is what we'll do. That'll be plan B, and I will resume this tomorrow once I get the 1/2-inch threaded rod. So stay tuned. I'll be back in a flash. Alright, I decided to get the plasma cutter instead of making another trip to the hardware store and return that stuff and bring it back. I didn't know how well this thing was going to work. Actually, I need to finish my review on this thing. Sitting right here on the floor. I had to buy a plug to go from 110 to 220, but hey, let's see what it does. That is mighty hot on my foot. And these are leather shoes. Okay, so let's take the hammer here. See if we can bend it. It's hard to get the tip of this thing in here. Just cut it up so where it'll take it off. Okay, I think now what I want to try is I still don't have a 5/8 inch bit, so I'm going to try to enlarge this hole. Hopefully I'm not in the way. I'm going to try to enlarge this hole and leave this metal here. You know, maybe at least cut it enough to where I can get the drill bit in there and kind of wiggle it around to enlarge the hole for 5/8. So let's do it. Well, it ain't the prettiest, but it's working. You know, I don't think the holes line up. I may end up having to cut that piece off anyway. Because where is that? I'd really, I mean, like I said, this is about an 1/8 inch thick steel, but I'd rather have at least something in the center here. Well, tell you what, I'm gonna get a little bit of cutting fluid, put that on there. May help, may not. Doesn't ever hurt. Save your bits anyway. Yeah, I should be wearing safety glasses. Get that 5/8 and my safety glasses. Last thing you want is a shard of hot metal to the eyeball. That'd make for a bad day. Okay. Oh, my hole is just not quite big enough. That's what she said. Or he said, or somebody said. Okay, so that needs to, you know, I wonder if I can take that 1/2 inch bit and clean that hole up instead of hitting it with that plasma cutter. All trial and error, folks. Helps when your bit's tight. Worst case, we'll hit it again with the plasma cutter. Let's see what kind of progress we're making here. Yeah, I really just need to take a little bit more off of it. So let's do that. Where are my other gloves? That crap is freaking hot. Hot magma. I got my welding gloves here somewhere. How about on my welding cart? That little piece that went down my glove did not feel too good. Okay, so let's see here. Let's trim up this side here a little bit more. I may just get a chisel and mark some of that, whatever you call that, crap. I call it crap. Right there, which I just can't see, but it's hard to get this thing in here. still hitting on that inside, right where my finger is on the inside there. So let's see if we can get a little bit more that way. Okay, the problem we have here, I don't know if you can see that, this hole is going down instead of up. So you know what? Screw it, guys. It's coming off. It's off. Oh, that thing is just slick as crap, man. Okay, so now all I gotta do is spin this around. Put the safety glasses back on. We're done with that thing. That's a little warm. I think that stuff's called slag. I think that's the technical term for it. Let's put a little bit of cutting all in there. And put our bit back in. I think I'm killing my battery finally. I think I may need to go just a tad larger. Yep. Definitely, note to self, not proper plasma cutting gear whatsoever. Shorts, not a good idea. I think that may do it. Okay, we are through, guys. All right. So now, what I want to do is, I don't know, I guess I'll pause, take a commercial break, grab a beer. I need to measure, where is my other wheel? Okay, I got one wheel and I got the other wheel. You know, and worst case, if I do have any issues, I got steel laying around here, so I could always weld something back into it. Not overly concerned. So if we leave about that much, just where it comes to the rim. And then we can put this one on. And I'll just get a Sharpie. You know, I don't think I'm going to need them lock nuts on the inside. I can just do with washers or the nylon nuts. And then let's make sure we leave enough room for the washers. Okay, so that's good there. Good there on that side. And these are some honking nylon inserts. Okay, so that would leave me a little bit of thread there, and give me a Sharpie. And a little bit of thread here. I mean, I guess let me, I don't think I really need the washer on the inside, but I guess it wouldn't hurt to have it there. Make sure we're not going to have any issues. That is right up against that, so. But I got them. Yeah, I have no other use for that thing. Is still toasty warm. So that'll give me, it's out to about the rim, and so if we go out to about the rim, we need to go a little bit farther out. So let's leave that much. All right, so we'll pause it here. I'm going to put this plasma cutter back up. At least get it out of the way. I'll show you guys what it looks like. That little doohickey right there. I think it was like 150 bucks on eBay. And then I think the cord, which is an adapter cord, which I was kind of questionable whether that would actually work. But you seen this was cranked all the way up on high, and that piece of steel on the end. Now, if I could have got a straight cut with it and got the tool in there, then it would have made cutting a lot better, but I had to keep putting it at an angle. So this side stuff is 5 mil, and this inside stuff is, how am I going to measure that carefully? That is 8 mil on the inside, and so that is a third of an inch. And then get back here to that. Quarter inch. Yeah, roughly a quarter inch on the inside, and 3/8 on the inside. On the inside here, and quarter inch on the outside. So, and that thing cut through it pretty damn good, all things considered, since I was cutting it at an angle. But we're good to go there. So like I said, I'll get this cut, and then I'll fire the camera back up, and we'll put the nylon nuts on and see how it works. So be back in a flash. Okay. All right, let's put these on here and see how much of a problem that's going to be putting these on here. I'm going to grab my Nipix pliers. Just kind of hold the center, keep from spinning. And this is a 24 millimeter. So we're spinning freely there. We're not spinning freely there. So let's see. I don't think I really need these washers on the insides or outsides. I think that's going to work well enough. We'll see, Ted. Okay, so let's put this thing down. And give it a little quickie test. All right, we'll go out here to the yard so you can kind of see. All right, so we'll do. Here was the original wheel, tiny. So now we got a big wheel. Tell you what, guys, perfect. That does the trick. So if you're looking at getting one of these, then while you're at Harbor Freight, get you some of those wheels. I think they were $5 a piece. And then if you go this route, which you won't really have to, just get 1/2-inch threaded rod and then 1/2-inch nylon nuts, a couple washers, and you're good to go. That way you don't need a plasma cutter and crap like that. You will need a 1/2-inch long bit. So, but that's it, guys. I mean, pretty straightforward. Now it's going to be easy to tool around the yard and tool back to where this thing needs to go, which I'll show you. So we're coming out of the garage here. You see that trailer back there. Let's see, how do we zoom in? There's my trailer, and to the right of that is a whole bunch of tree, and on the trailer is what's left of that, it's called a river creek willow, river willow, something like that. So, yeah. I mean, it'd just be nice anywhere. I mean, if you're having to drag it farther than that. Or, even better yet, get creative and weld a hitch. Put you a piece of metal. I'll show you. So if you got a side-by-side, four-wheeler, lawn tractor, you could weld you a piece of metal down in there, put you a little hitch onto it, and then pull it around with your little yard tractor or whatever. That'd be actually a pretty good idea. I may have to see about doing that. I am an idea man. But anyway, that is that for this, guys. Until I get off my butt and get the chainsaw out, which will probably be this weekend. It rained all day today, and I didn't feel like going out there cutting a bunch of wet wood. So I think we're in business now. Didn't maim myself too bad. A couple little spots here and there, but yeah, it's all in the name of progress, right? So anyway, if you have any questions, leave me a comment below. If you got anything out of this video, please hit that like button and or subscribe. So thanks a lot for watching, and have a good one, and see you on the next video. Well, I'm going to add on to the end of this because I didn't think there would be enough left or to record that to actually, you know, make a decent video out of it. So I would have did the little hi-ho thing, dragging this thing back here, but it wasn't no big deal. So we're just going to test split a couple of these pieces here, trying to figure out the best method to try to measure out 17 to 18 inches every time I cut. So that is our weed pile, and here is our little splitter. Okay, so let's see here. This is the first piece. Seems to do a pretty good job. There we go. There's that one. Let's see if I got a fatter one. That one's pretty fat. I suppose I could take like one of these little pieces here, like this, you know, to shorten up the distance. You know, that way you're not having to crank it so far. Got some pissed off ants down here. So we do that one. That's the left side. That seems to do the trick. Tell you what though, I don't know, I think a rick of wood around here is how much? You know, 70 bucks maybe. So, you know, doing the math on this, of course I'd have to take the trailer to go get it because I can't fit a rick of that in the back of the ridge line. So, but, you know, by the time you cut up all this with a chainsaw and then you split it with this little thing right here, yeah, I mean, I guess you're saving yourself a buck or two. We got over here, we know that works good. Let's move over here. And let me tell you, the old tractor didn't like lifting that. But that piece, I don't know, is 30, 40 foot long. I mean, it stretches all the way down there to right here. So let me get the saw, and we're going to cut just a piece off of this end because I don't have my tape measure. But that is a fairly good sized piece. That is the one nice thing about electric chainsaws. Not this pain in the ass process. I swear, you get running these things and you turn them off, come back a little bit later, and they're hell to start. This thing probably needs a carb clean. Yeah, and unlike my bad outfit with plasma cutting, I do have proper stuff on now. These pants. Okay, so let's see how this splits, because this is big. Split fairly well. Actually, it kind of split it into 3 pieces. Sweet. All right, guys, so we've seen how it works. Seems to work pretty good. So I'm going to leave it at that and then spend the rest of the afternoon cutting that up. And then this monster pile of stuff here. And actually I'm using the forks on the tractor for when I lift pallets to kind of balance these out, so I can start at the other end down there now and maybe cut a little bit off each side. Kind of keep it from having to chainsaw into the ground, which ain't good for your blade. And then I'll cut all these branches off and kind of throw those aside, building a nice big burn pile there. So anyway, hope you guys got something out of this, and see you guys on the next video.